Good afternoon, outliers. I apologize. I am 3 minutes behind schedule. Will you write me a tardy slip, please? I'm really sorry. Don't send me to detention. How y'all doing today? Happy Wednesday. Ooh, today was a good day. We had an internal meeting this morning, and holy moly, I can't give you details yet, but holy moly, we are going to do something so stinking awesome with Outlier. I mean, like, how do I want to tease this? We are going to get Outlier in the hands of so many people really soon. I'll put it that way. I'll leave it there. I'm not going to give you any more details. I have to wipe my greasy face off real quick so I don't blind you with the light reflecting. Yeah, we got some huge awesomeness going on with Outlier right now. I'm so stoked about it. Peter, good afternoon, my friend. Dave is here. How you doing, bud? Hey, Michael, glad you're here. Donna, good to see you. Randy, the trades are looking good. Now, of course, anything can change, Randy, but as of right now, they're looking awesome. Jean-Louis is here. Goran's here. My friend Brian is here. That was even me. Oh my goodness. Who's this guy? I've never seen him before. Is he even subscribed? Like, hey, Michael, is this the first time you've been here? Glad you made it, my friend. All right, let's jump into our market analysis. I'm still clicking. Hang on. Welcome to the Outlier Trading Room. This is smart trading made simple. Save time, make money, start winning with less risk. Now that is what I like to call profit hacking. And we cover it all inside the playbook. You can get a free copy over at profithackingplaybook.com or inside the VIP Investors Toolkit in the Discord. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Christopher Uhl. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I've been successfully trading since 2009. I am a partner with Outlier. This is my style of trading using the Outlier data. Now, I like to call that the golden ticket trading strategy. It's the 8 steps to turn profit hacking into pure gold. And do me a favor, double check that you're subscribed as we go. Yep, Michael is subscribed. Okay, so with the golden ticket trading strategy, it is unlocked with the master key. I like how I throw all these buzzwords around, like unlocked, master key, golden ticket. I'm a trader and a marketer at heart. I enjoy this. So the master key is really simple. It's the SPY having a buy or sell signal, the market breadth increasing, number of stocks on the bull list increasing, and the same on the sector breadth. And I went and updated the sectors this morning. We are actually down to everything being bullish with the exception of utilities. So every sector right now is bullish with the exception of utilities. So clearly I'm not going to trade in utility stock. So we're going to continue on with this. I'm so excited to have this, right? There are times when everything sets up, like right now, or it's go, go, go. So let's go to the next spot. We always start with the market. We're going to let the market tell us which direction it's going, with the 10 over the 20, with price over the 50 on the S&P 500. What's not acting that way? The sectors? You tell me, Brian. All right, so on the market, on the SPY, we have the 10 over the 20, price over the 50, right? Everything we see shows a bullish trend right here. So that's good. We want to see that. Next is the market breadth. Let's take a look at that. So we can see here the market breadth. Oh, the SPY. That's what Brian's talking about, the SPY. The market breadth has crossed over a couple days ago, so that looks great. So we've got the market trend, we've got a buy signal, and we've got the market breadth all moving in the direction that we want to see. And you can go through and check all the other sectors, but all of them except utilities are also moving that way. Brian says the SPY has a pullback, and boom, to the moon. Yeah. How long ago was it when I changed my tune? I think it was probably about right here, where I said, you know what? I think my base case is bullish at this point. Look at that face ripping rally. We're up 10% from the lows to the highs of today. It is now a official 10% move, just like that. Now, there were several people asking, why didn't I go short? I didn't have everything set up. I'm sure glad that I didn't, right? Because I'd be really pissed right now. But I am long. I'm long about half of my portfolio right now. I don't know where you're at as far as percentage terms, but I'm about 50% in right now. So let's go to the next step. And we need to reduce risk before adding new trades. And we get to do one of my very favorite things. We'll do that last on the new trades because it is straight up voodoo. If you haven't seen rolling options before, this is a pretty complicated move that we're about to do on Walmart. So I just need you to pay attention. And of course, save this video. You can always come back and watch it again anytime you want. But this is something that you do. It's an offensive move and a defensive move. I'll explain that more in a minute. Cien, C-I-E-N. We're going to start with that one. So it's not breaking the 10 EMA, and it's not a half ATR from entry. So no issues there. Next, there's no order blocks in our way. We can see that. All is good up here. Outlier heat map. Let's double check that. Actually, I haven't checked any of these yet. CIEN. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but there is a altcoin called CEIN. Yesterday, when I was typing some things out, I'm like, this is not, no, that's not seen. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. I have my eyes and knees backwards. I always struggle with that in school. I don't know about you. You're probably smarter than me. All right. So yesterday we had a G18. Today we have a G20. So CIEN is looking good as well from there. And it's definitely not below yesterday's low. So I am keeping CIEN on right now. Slightly green. FI. Selling to strength at G37. Let's let that pull up real quick since we're thinking about it. Well. Brian says, if only Mahesh could forecast the charts 3 days in advance. We're pretty close. Mark, the smartest man in the room. I'm very honest about that. Not uncommon to see defensive sectors like utilities, stables, healthcare, and caveats go opposite of others. Yeah, absolutely. Especially utilities. Utilities and bonds have a really strong correlation as well. So yesterday was G32. Today is G33. So this is continuing to get more greedy here. That's what we want to see. And I'm selling the strength at G37. So we're not there yet, but we're closing in. It's not below the half ATR, not below the 10 EMA. There's no order blocks in our way. And the outlier heat map is installed, so we're good to go. Yeah, I wish. XLF. This one, not below the half ATR, not breaking the 10 EMA. No order blocks in our way. Let's go check XLF's heat map real quick. Now, sector indexes take a minute longer to load. This actually is really cool over here. I don't know if you've ever had a chance to look at it, but this is called the constituent map. And I think this is honestly really neat. If you zoom in, or you can zoom out, doesn't matter. But you go on a day, right? Just pick any day at random. You'll see the constituent map down at the bottom, update, right? And it shows you how many stocks are falling onto the greed category and how many stocks are falling into the fear category in that ETF. Isn't that neat? So right now it shows 93 companies are fearful and 198 are greedy. So we're not skewed too far one direction, but we are about 2/3 of the way into the greed category. Yesterday was G7 on the heat map. Today is G8. So that looks good as well. Let's move on to the next one. Halo came back nicely, right? Not below not below the half ATR, not below the 10 EMA. No order blocks in our way. And let's check the heat map. Now, do you understand why we're looking to take off trades before we look to put on trades, right? We got in G8, G10, now it's G13. And we'll be getting out at G18, so we're not there yet. The purpose of doing this is to, number one, reduce risk we have on the books, right? And number two, listen, if we took off a trade, we have more money to trade with, right? One way or another. It is absolutely worth your time to get out of any trades that you don't need to be in so you can get into a new trade that you do want to be in. Brian nailed it. Exactly. To have funds to invest, to have fun investing. Exactly. Mark, constituent map is maybe his number one tool for longer term. Still, ST CG. Short-term CG. Mark, you've lost me here. Smartest man in the room. I'm telling you, dude is way too smart for me. Sector cyclical positions. XLF below yesterday's low. I'm not stressing about that until the trade is profitable. And the reason being is that I've been stopped out many, many times and just seen it rocket back up by having that really tight stop. So I have decided at some point, a few months ago, you know what? I'm not going to worry about that below yesterday's low until the trade is profitable. I'm just going to have one exit point on the stop out. Brian, short-term capital gains. Sorry, didn't even think about it. So that's that for now. None to do anything. Wait a minute, I forgot Walmart. Oh, wait a minute. It's about to get real cool. Y'all watch this. All right, so like I say, this is a advanced options trading technique. If you don't understand, that's okay. This is, like I say, an advanced technique. You may never have done this before. Maybe you've done it many times. I learned this from, what was his name? Mike Coe. So he was one of the traders that I studied under. And Mike told me about this particular strategy where, look, you're in the money, everything's working well. What do you do with your trade? You can roll it up. By rolling it up, it allows you to stay in the trade, it allows you to take off partial profits today, and it allows you to have more funds to invest in something else. And yet it keeps the trade alive. Stock only rockets up if you exit. That's exactly how it is, right? And you never buy enough of your winners and you always buy too much of your losers. That's how it goes. So here is the plan. So follow along, ask questions if you need to. At each profitable ATR. So we are one ATR up. Dave asked about ATRs yesterday. We've set a new average range up here. Stock moves one ATR in your direction. Can you roll up and potentially out if you need to for a credit? If no, hold the existing trade. Okay, this will make sense in a minute because we paid to get in. If we can roll it up closer to the money and take money out, that's a great thing. It's like paying for it and then getting a partial refund, but you get to keep the item. That sounds pretty sweet, right? So as one order, so sell to close and buy to open at the same time. Closer to the money, it might be one strike, it might be two. We'll see in a minute. The same number of contracts, and they need to meet the same liquidity standards we always do. It takes partial profits now, frees up capital, keeps the trade alive. And they're going to move that half ATR point to where we are right now. To half ATR from the rolling point here. So let's go into Walmart and let's do it. All right, we are currently in, or I should say you do you. Quick roll. That'll do. Okay. Currently in the 70s. I don't remember. Hang on. Let me clear that. Oh, it had me on. I was like, where's my order? I was on a weekly strike and I'm like, I'm not in that. Yes, we're in the 70s. We are in the September 20th, 70 calls. Now, let's go to that. September 20th, 70 calls. Okay, so you'd be selling to close the original and then looking to buy to open closer to the money. Now, not much is going on over here for liquidity, so I'm not interested in those. However, this one with a random ass strike number, 73.33 or 72.5. I don't know. They skipped that one. It was 73.33. Let's see if we can roll up for a nice credit. 292. We can roll up for a credit on that one. That's at 67 delta though. What's our extrinsic? 91 cents over 263. Ooh, that might not work. That's 34%. No, it's not ready. It might need to move it. It's because we can't roll from like the 70 to the 72. There's not enough liquidity. That would probably get us there. Hang on, I did that wrong. From the 70 to the 72. Still $1.82 in credit, 69 cents on 375. is 18%. Yeah, we might have to wait another couple days on Walmart to roll this up because the extrinsic value all the way at 73 and a third is too high right now for me to justify rolling up to that. So, and there's just not liquidity right here, which is weird. So yeah, I'm not going to trade that one. We're going to hold that as it is. But we will be looking to move up the half ATR point. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So the current ATR is 132.6. So 133 divided by 2, 66 cents. Let's make it 67 cents. So 74.98 minus 0.67 is 74.31. So even though I'm not rolling right now, I'm going to treat it as if I did. And then if we can roll tomorrow or the day after, I'm going to go ahead and do it then. So no stress on that. Hey, Sebastian, made it. How you doing, my friend? Okay, so that's all of our existing positions. Let's go on to looking for new ones. Here. So there are a buttload on the watch list today. So this screener helps us screen very quickly through all those with a positive backtest, over 1 million average daily volume, a buy signal, oscillator moving up, all the market caps greater than $20, the heat map being between R50 and 0 and R50, G 0 to 40, and then having an uptrend overlay. What about a week later to roll Walmart 72? I don't normally like to go on weekly because there's more liquidity on the monthly, but let's take a look at it. So rolling from the 20th. So to close that one to the 27th, there is a 72 with 233 on the open interest. I mean, look at this, Goran, right? You've got, less than 100s, 200, maybe 100s, and you go one expiration earlier, the monthlies, and you got multiple thousands, nearly 20,000 up here. That's more important to me, way more important to me than rolling it up for now. Okay, way more important to me for now. But by all means, my friend, if you want to go for it, I say more power to you. There are 74 on the bull list today versus only 12 on the bear list. So the bull list is expanding very quickly. And ain't nobody got time to run through 74. Let's throw these in the screener. Our new screener that we got this week, which is so sick. By the way, there were some upgrades made in the last 24 hours. So this does look a little different. And let's see what we got here. So I've actually copied these already and put these into my spreadsheet. And like I said earlier, I have already made some quick formulas to make sure that the sector breadth is bullish and it aligns with the stocks. So just making it real easy for you. This is our list. It's quite a big list to go through. Now, the next step is to drop this into TrendSpider. Wrong button. Edit. Drop this into TrendSpider. We're going to run a quick scanner to make sure there's no order blocks in our way, no earnings in the next 3 days. The 10, 20, 50 on the stock is moving the direction we want to see. And then it's above the prior day's low. That's what we want to see. I'm going to hit run. And of this big list, it's only 4. Do need to make an edit real quick. Edit. So OVTLYR does this. You may encounter this at some point where certain stocks like Berkshire Hathaway, seen a few others, have maybe like a slash or a dot or whatever. Just move out the slash, add a dot, and then it'll work. Maybe like that. So there's just 4. Just 4 from that big list of 74 that pass my criteria. They might pass yours, but just for me. Where's my moving averages? Where did all that go? That was weird. Okay, back to that. CTRE. No order blocks in our way. That looks sharp. Roll. No order blocks in the way. XLB. No order blocks out here. That looks sharp. And XLI. Ah, this is smack dab in the middle of an order block. So I do like to manually go through these real quick just to make sure, because every once in a while the scanner just farts out on the order blocks. So I'm definitely going to make sure that we don't look at XLI. So we only have 3. And I'm going to make this as clunky as possible. Do that. That. We're going to say CTRE. If it's not one of these 3, I'm not interested. So CTRE. And I'm just going to highlight them green so I can keep track. CTRE. Roll. Oh, wow. 140% on roll. And XLB. Cool. So I highlighted the returns for those 3 stocks here. So you've got XLB at 76%, CTR at 37%, and roll at 142%. So those outlier signals are pretty strong. And we need to know that because we need to start with the highest backtest and work our way down. And the highest backtest was roll, ROL. Confirm the heat map is not already stalled. I have put this on my list of things to check because I have done that. I have put on a stock that was already stalled and didn't even realize it. So we're doing one last check over here in the outlier data. We're going to look and see it says G1 yesterday, G1 today. Look at that. Glad I checked. You see what I'm talking about right there? So I'm not going to trade roll because that's actually one of my exit criterias, right? Outlier heat map stalls. You never put on a trade on the day you get an exit criteria. That is a cardinal sin when it comes to trading. So I will not take roll. Where did that go? Let's move to the next one here. Next one is XLB, the materials ETF. I don't know why it's XLB. You tell me. Give it a moment to load. You can see the constituent map down here. Zoomy any. You can see yesterday was at R1. Today is at R0. So that is good. I want to see R's. R's means it's running from fear into greed. So I'm good with that. So R0 right now on XLB. So let's go over the B for building material. Is that real? Ryan, if it's not, that's a really good answer. 21 days to expiration, 250 plus open interest, less than 50-cent bid ask spread, 20% or less extrinsic value generally puts us at the 80 delta. Let's go to XLB. I assume this is going to have tons of liquidity. Pretty good. Less than I expected, but pretty good still. I'm looking at September 20th. It sounds good. It sure sounds good. I'm looking at September 20th. 80 delta puts it right at 250 open interest. 10-cent widespread, so I like that. 67 cents on 540 should be fine. 67 by 540. 12% of the extrinsic. That looks great. XLB, September 20th. Which one was that again? That was the 87 strike. XLB, September 20th, 87 strike. Yeah, looks sharp. I'm going to put my order in the other screen. By the way, I heard from Jorn yesterday. Jorn reached out and said he's on vacation in Prague and in Germany over hanging out with Sebastian. And I was like, dude, you're living the dream. And I'll be honest with you, Sebastian, I've been wanting to tell you this. Sebastian invited me to Oktoberfest, the real Oktoberfest in Munich, and I'm not going to be able to go. I really want to go, like, so bad I want to go, but I'm not going to be able to go this year. So at some point, I'm going to make sure I go, and Sebastian and I are going to drink, 2 liters of beer together, and it's going to be awesome. But unfortunately, it won't be this year. So I'm looking at XLB, September 20th, 87 calls. And make sure you get your position size. I have built a handy dandy calculator here. You can do it the old school way, or you can go inside the VIP Investors Toolkit here, and then over here. And then you can, oh, sorry, I'm in the way. Over here. Then you can go up to the OVTLYR power scanner, click that button, and it's going to allow you to download this guy. And then all you got to do is just type in XLB. Put in your account balance, put in the risk you want to take per trade, put in the approximate option delta, and it will light it up and it'll say, hey, if you got a $40,000 account, 9 is a great option size for you. Or let's say you get a 400,000. 90 is a good option size for you. Or maybe you only have 4,000. Ain't nobody discriminating here, but just one is a good position size for you. So I like to showcase that because you got to make sure you get the right position size. So going to XLB September 20th, 87 calls for 35 midpoint right now. Highly doubt that I'll get that, but I'll try. All right, that's just sitting out there right now. Let's move that to 540. There we go. Okay, filled 540. There. XLB September 20th, 87 calls, filled at 540. Let me update the Discord. I do this in real time. Sitting on 535 for a while, Randy says, try 540. You might work out there. XLB. Which strike was that? $87 strike. For 540. And the current price of XLB is 91.65. All right, first trade of the day on the board. All right, so one last time, just so you know, XLB September 20th, 87 calls, filled at 540. Moving on to the last one here, CTRE. So we're going to check and see if the heat map has stalled already. And I know we've been going for 27 minutes, but keep in mind, like if I didn't explain everything as we go, you could probably do this in less than 10. Legit. Yesterday was a G30. Today is a G32. Now I have different rules for when they're in the 30s. When they're in the 30s, I only give them a 5-point spread. So it's okay. I'm still interested, but I'm going to give it a lot shorter leash. So let's go now on to here, CTRE. Oh, Randy, dude, get used to that. That is super common with my style of trading to have to hit the offer there. No vol. Nope. 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 50, 0, 0. Let's go to October. Nah, slightly better, but no. So that's it. Just one trade on the day. That's okay with me. It's not about putting in the biggest and mostest amount of trades. It's about being smart with those trades that you put on. So let me go in and update XLB for our exit points here, right? It's fun to talk about entries, but if you don't figure out where your exit points are, you're only playing half the game. And you're kind of not playing the most important half of the game. So we got into XLB at 91.65. No, that one. 91.65. There we go. Now half an ATR down. So we'll do the math down here. You can see it's $1.24.8. So let's round it to $1.25. 1.25 divided by 2. 62.5 cents. Minus 91.65 is 91.0. Let's round it to 91.02. That's a half ATR down. There we go. Now one ATR up is 91.65 plus 1.25, 92.90. And we'll look to roll just like we talked about it on Walmart. And most of the time, it's not an issue. This is an unusual time with those unusual strikes. 94.15. Randy tries to hit the mid. He tries to hit the mid, but I'll tell you, dude, like, it is rare that I don't have to get off the offer. Maybe a couple pennies here and there. There was one stock earlier in 2024 that I was a straight loser on. Like, I was like, all right, you know, taking it off for a loss is what it is. And I got filled like 35 cents above my price that I had put in. And it turned a losing trade into a winning trade just by getting a price improvement. And I was like, hell yeah, let's go. But that's a rare occasion. So that's going to wrap it for today. So in a nutshell, we are now into a new trade in XLB. Main list here. And then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades that we had on already, not ready to take off. And I'm about 60% in right now. So that's where I'm at. I hope you're doing even better than I am, honestly, because the more money you can make, the better this is going to be. Y'all have a fantastic afternoon. Thanks so much for coming and hanging with me in the Outlier Trading Room. I do have one quick question for you before you go. Can you please actually, no, in the Discord, I really need you to do this. Can you please go into the share your big wins section and tell me one way that you have saved time with Outlier? This is important to me. I'm building up some new slides and I'm looking specifically to hear member feedback of how it saved you time. And of course, by doing so, you'll be entered to win the $10 gift card on Friday. So I do have that request. Can you please go into the share your big wins section inside the Discord and let me know how Outlier has saved you time? Yeah, buddy. Dude, dude, I didn't know you were into bodybuilding like that, Randy. I am too, my friend. Yeah, I could talk about, politics and bodybuilding are the majority of my YouTube feed. Yeah, is what it is. One time I was working with another guy and he looked over at my screen and he's like, why do you look at nearly naked guys all day? And I was like, I don't know, but I got to tell you, I sure wish I had muscles like them. He loves some price improvement. Let's go. All right, y'all have a fantastic afternoon. Thank you so much for coming. See you tomorrow. Talk soon.